Hey guys, I'm Stefan,
And I'm Kyle.
and I would like to welcome you guys to episode 19 of the Soccer Plus edition. So today we're just going to talk about basically Europe, MLS, and we're going to talk about what's going on in the NHL postseason. Let's start it off. Let's come home here. We're going to talk about our boys TFC, who grabbed their second win of the season with a 3-1 win over Chicago Fire. Giovinco had an amazing game with 2 goals, and which should help him earn MLS Player of the Week. So it's good to see that they're bouncing back from a really not so great start. In Italy, Juventus did win 3-1 over Genoa, and now only need 3 more wins to secure the Serie A for the 6th season in a row. So, I forgot to mention, but since we're now, end of April around, most domestic leagues are wrapping up now. So I'm going to talk about basically how some leagues are going to finish out. So in Germany, no big games really happen, no surprises, but Bayern Munich have to win 2 of their last 4, and they will also be crowned the German champs. So most likely they're going to do it, but you never know. Because, RB Leipzig, I don't know if that's to pronounce it, but they're 8 points away and they're looking to creep up on them. They have a good finish. In France...
8 points is still a lot, though.
It is still a lot. If they have a big slip up, then that's a lot. In France, the league race is much closer than in Italy and Germany, as both teams, first place, second, are both tied, the same amount of points, but first places have a game in hand on... the first place. So how do you think that league will wrap up? Do you think Monaco or PSG could finish in first?
Yes.
PSG?
I think PSG.
You think they can come from behind?
Yeah. Cinderella stories all day.
Yeah, I guess.
Come on.
So,
Adrian, and after they just got murdered by Barca, their vengeance, they're like, yo, I'm gonna kill you. That's what they're saying. So watch out.
So for most people, I'm guessing, people were informed about the El Clasico this weekend. Did you get a chance to grab it?
Yes,
Watch?
I did.
Good. So it was an entertaining match, to say the least. Barcelona, once again, playing right until the last second, literally. Final score was 3-2. Very good game, as I mentioned. Casemiro, Messi both scoring first half goals. And then in the second half, in 77th minute, Sergio Ramos, the captain of Real Madrid, had a bad tackle on Messi. He did get a red card, which is it's his 3rd card.
Which really
damage,
That kind of set in stone. It's like, here we go.
Exactly. And that was his 3rd red card in all El Clasico and his 2nd red card against a foul against Messi. Just a little fun fact.
He gets a red card every game. That's his goal.
So James Rodriguez, who hasn't been, the big man for Real Madrid anymore, he came on the field. 3 minutes in, he scored the goal, which seemed everyone's, they're going to get the Fisher back for Real Madrid. But literally, 9 seconds, 15 seconds left in the game. Sergio Roberto gets a counter-attack for Barcelona. They sprint up the field. Messi scores a goal. Such a coincidence that it wins the game. It gets him back in the title race, and it's his 500th goal of his career.
It's fate.
Right? And then you saw his iconic pose. He just lifted up the jersey with one hand. Because he's just basically a soccer legend.
He is a soccer legend.
Basically.
He is. Oh my god, are you joking? What?
So, in Europe, the UEFA Champions League quarterfinals were wrapped up. Big surprises. Real Madrid did get eliminated. Real Madrid eliminated Bayern Munich. Juventus eliminated Barcelona. Barcelona did not manage to pull off a comeback. Monaco eliminated Dortmund, and Atletico Madrid unfortunately eliminated the Cinderella story Leicester City. So the finals have been the final 4 have been matched up. So it's Real Madrid, Atletico Madrid, Juventus, Monaco. So out of those teams, who do you think could possibly make the finals? Okay, so Atletico Madrid, Real Madrid, who do you think will win that?
Real Madrid.
Okay, and then Monaco, Juventus.
Juventus.
Okay, that'd be a fun finals, to be honest. And then out of those 2, who do you think
Real
will win?
Madrid.
Are you gonna stick with your Spain boys?
You already know.
All right.
I wonder why.
Yeah, I like your hat.
Well, thanks.
It's
Red hat.
nice and red. So back to England, everyone's favorite league. So the title race, like France, it's closed down as Chelsea's had a few falters over the last couple weeks. It is down to 4 points, but Chelsea did win today, so it's back to 7. But Spurs are playing tomorrow when we record, so hopefully they can. Hopefully they don't win as a Chelsea fan, but for them, hopefully they win so they can shrink the gap down. Chelsea can also secure the league with 4 wins over the next 5 games. So that's a little harder task than the other leagues. You don't think?
No.
What?
Yep.
Okay, big talks.
Uh-huh.
So the FA Cup semi-finals were played this weekend. Chelsea did get a 4-2 win over Spurs, and Arsenal got a 2-1 win over Man City with the 101st minute Alexis Sanchez goal, and that means Arsenal have been in the FA Cup finals for 3 times in the last 4 years. So, I mean, it's going to be entertaining. So between those two, who do you think is going to win, Chelsea or Arsenal? Come on, you have to say it.
Or Chelsea.
Ah, good one. I like that.
I got him.
So the PFA teams and players of the year were announced this year. So I'm just gonna run through the team of the year.
Yeah.
So De Gea in net, Kyle Walker and Danny Rose wing backs, David Luiz, Gary Cahill center backs, Mane, Hazard as the wingers, Dele Alli, Conte as the midfielders, and Kane and Lukaku up top as the strikers. So, and this kind of ties into our SSQ. So, do you think, out of the 11, who do you think should have been snubbed? And out of those players, who should have been there to replace that person?
I think everyone deserves a spot, like, relatively, except for Mane, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, he had an above-average season, but he was injured, right? And he did go to AFCON, which is the
African Cup of Nations.
Yeah. So it kind of shows that he's not, like,
he didn't play the entire
season, so it's kind of hard to put him on a team that he didn't fully play for. But I do think that he should be replaced with Alexis Sanchez, only because he has a bunch of goals, right? And he's third in assists. Obviously, the 2 people are tied for second, but whatever. So you get the point, right? But that's why I think he would be a good replacement for him.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, for me, I think De Gea shouldn't have made it.
Really?
I mean, if you look at the other goalkeeper, I think Lloris has, him, Courtois, and Lloris, as De Gea is him, they all have 13 clean sheets, but Lloris has the least amount of goals conceded on him, which is 18, because he did miss about 2 or so games. Basically, and even if you look at the stats, Spurs are second, Man United is 6th or 5th or something. Lloris has better stats, so I understand how De Gea made it. So I also would have taken out Danny Rose and put in a Chelsea player, Marco Alonso. He's in the position that he's worked harder. He basically has to play 2 positions, and he's contributed more to Chelsea than what Danny Rose done to Spurs. And also, I would have believed with you at the Spurs. Sanchez instead of Mane.
Yeah.
Another interesting fact about this team is that 8 out of the 11 players are from Chelsea or Spurs, which really show that those 2 have really been the dominant forces this year in the Premier League. So the PFA Players of the Year, the Young Player of the Year was Dele Alli for the 2nd year in a row. I think he's he's 2nd or 3rd for most combined goals and assists, which really shows he's really becoming that really good playmaker for Tottenham, really helping out Kane. And the Player of the Year, which I'm happy to hear, is Conte. This is his 2nd season in the EPL, so it's pretty good. He's already working up his ranks and already been announced as the best player in the Premier League.
Which is a ridiculous honor.
Exactly.
It's crazy.
In 2 years, yeah.
But anyways, so we're going to talk a little bit about hockey. So as you guys know, playoffs have started. We're going to go through the more interesting matchups because some of them were pretty boring and, they were expected to happen. So our Maple Leafs, they finished last year, and this year they made the wild card spot. And they were playing Washington Capitals, the best regular season team. So everybody thought we were going to get swept. Basically, it was.
I was a part of those people as well.
You always are. So we had 7 rookies, 9 people who have never been to playoffs that play regularly.
7 rookies?
Yeah.
Jeez. Okay.
Unfortunately, we did lose 4 games to 2, but we brought 5 games to overtime. 5, which is ridiculous. And
how much we won? What, 2 of those overtime games?
Yeah,
it's pretty good.
Which is ridiculous because we're a team that will just last, and now we're not last anymore.
And challenging
but
for the best
it's all
team.
because of Austin Matthews, honestly. Not all because, but mainly because.
I don't think the series to get us there was him.
Yeah.
But
no,
in the series,
he was the lead scorer too. With 4 goals.
Who had the most points?
Him too. Yeah.
The other people like Tyler Bozak.
They were all helpful, but stat-wise, he was the most valuable in the playoffs for our team.
That's nice. That's great to hear. He's a rookie.
Very good.
And he's front runner to win Rookie of the Year.
He should. He didn't. Come on.
I mean, you have to have candidates. But I mean, like,
Okay.
I'm front runner by like this much.
But it's exactly. Another one which was a surprise. This was crazy. Nashville, who was also a wild card.
8, yeah. Mm-hmm.
They swept.
Basically the same spot that Maple Leafs were in.
They swept the #1 Blackhawks convincingly. Like it was like
Yeah, I think
every game
three
was
shutouts,
basically
two
a blowout.
shutouts.
One game they won a game 5-0. They're the #1 seed. What are you guys doing? It was ridiculous, and they were heavy underdogs, and they just killed them. They had no chance. It was completely over.
It's embarrassing now. Chicago
Oh my god!
has been one of the best teams of the last 10
In a
seasons
while,
in the
yeah.
NHL.
And now they just get
Destroyed
killed.
by an 8-seeded team. I mean, congrats to, was it the Wild? Nashville, right?
Nashville.
Congrats to Nashville for
They
putting that
deserve it.
off.
I feel like they're gonna be like a Cinderella underdog kind
Like
of thing.
Leicester City?
Yes.
Yeah, I like
But
that.
it didn't work out so well. So Pittsburgh, they did beat Columbus Blue Jackets 4-1, which was kind of expected. Each game was not a blowout, but they were all by 1 or 2, mainly 2 goals, right? So that was fine. St. Louis played the Wild. They beat them 4-1. It was a very boring series. Ottawa and Bruins 4-2. Most of those games actually went to overtime as well, so it was kind of the same situation as Toronto. But Ottawa did end up taking it. New York Rangers, they did take out Montreal Canadiens,
That was unfortunate.
which was unfortunate, but it was
Because we
kind of surprised.
I think we had a 2-1 series lead. Yeah.
Yeah,
Sucks
and
to see us
so they
go.
lost, right? Us.
So I'm thinking
He's on the team, guys.
No, I'm talking about
He's
like
on the Montreal
Canadians.
Canadian team.
I'm talking about Canadians.
Congratulations, sir.
No. I'm talking about us as Canadians. That's what I mean. I'm not shaking your hand.
He's with me. He's with me hanging.
God.
Hater. And then the Edmonton Oilers, us, we
Yeah.
we beat them 4-2. We beat the Sharks 4-2. So
And you want to know what's interesting?
go
The
for
Sharks, their guy Joe Thornton.
Mm.
I don't know if you guys knew. He played the last game with an MCL tier and an ACL tier.
it. And they lost. Wait, Edmonton or you say Sharks?
No, the guy on the Sharks.
Yeah, they lost.
Do you understand what I'm just saying, like,
I know, but they lost.
man, he didn't have a knee. Like, his knee was.
But
not
they
full-
lost.
You're right. You know, yeah, you're right. So this little stuff that happened in the NHL, it's the first time since 2001 that there were no Game 7s in the first round. Really shows that these teams, are wrapping up. And it's fun to see the team just go by. First round super boring.
Very boring.
28 out of the 42 games were decided by 1 goal, so it was really close. And this also ties a playoff record for most, like, the highest percentage of games being won by 1 goal. And the #1 seed teams, in both conferences, did struggle. Blackhawks got swept,
They got,
and the Capitals were pushing Game 6 by a young
Shit team.
okay, come on, we want to.
Yeah, not shit
by a
team.
young, inexperienced, kind of bad Toronto Maple
See?
Leafs team.
Kind of bad.
So Blackhawks don't really have anything to fight for, but the Capitals, hopefully, they can really bring back that crown to the #1 seeded team, or else basically like the Warriors from last year, 73-9, then you go lose.
But one thing, because we gotta, advertise to our baseball fans, Blue Jays are 5-19. Anyways, thank you guys for watching episode 19. What is this? Soccer Plus Edition. We hope you guys enjoyed, and if you haven't already, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and share with your friends. Also, check out our giveaway in our Instagram below in the description. Hopefully, you guys win the Odell Beckham jersey.
30 subscribers away from the giveaway date.
You
So
already
tell
know.
everybody
Tell
you know.
everybody you know, and that jersey could be yours. We'll mail it to you if you don't live here. But yeah, so just follow the rules in our other videos, and yeah.
And another thing,
Mm.
can we put realistic sports? I'm not
Yeah,
gonna
like
listen.
listen. Okay. I'm not gonna go into it because it's a bit PG, you feel me? But
if it's not
croquet is not a sport.
it is a sport.
It's a pathetic sport.
No,
If
it's
you
a
put
sport.
croquet, I'm done.
No.
No,
If
it is a
you
sport.
put some
It is a
other
sport.
stuff like we can't really say on
We
camera.
can't say because the comments were a bit vulgar.
But please just put normal sports, soccer, football. I don't care, like Paralympic 100 meters. Just put something that's an actual sport. Thank you.
Yes. But thank you guys for watching, and we hope you enjoyed it. Goodbye.
Goodbye.